Welcome to Emily's Journey, a tale of resilience and self-discovery. Picture a young woman sitting on the edge of her bed, battling the storm of anxiety with an important presentation looming just few hours away. As shadows of doubt dance in her head, she clings to the soothing reminder from her best friend. Just breathe. Join us as we explore how Emily learned to navigate her fears with courage, support, and the power of breath. Will she find her voice amid the chaos? Let's dive in and find out. Enjoy this story. Breathing through the storm. Emily sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the stripes of sunlight that spilled through the blinds, dancing across the wooden floor like a hopeful whisper. The tranquility of the room was a stark contrast to the storm inside her mind. Anxiety, her old persistent companion, lingered in the shadowed corners, weaving webs of fear and doubt that clung tightly to her consciousness. On this particular day, the weight of her anxiety felt crushing. A significant presentation at work loomed on the horizon, and despite numerous practice sections, the thought of standing before her peers sent icy shivers coursing through the body. She was no stranger to this feeling, but today it seemed more pronounced and more consuming. As Emily tittered on the edge of spiraling thought, she clung to a fragment of advice her friend Sarah had given her. Just breathe. You've got this. Drawing in a deep breath, Emily decided to give it a try. She closed her eyes, blocking out the world around her, and inhaled deeply, counting slowly to 4. She paused, savoring the breath for a moment before releasing it in a measured, soothing exhale. She repeated this process methodically, each breath unraveling the tension in her muscles, each exhale clearing the fog in her mind. Slowly, she began to navigate her way back to a semblance of calm. But Emily knew that breathing techniques alone wouldn't be enough or resolve her struggles with anxiety. Over time, she had come to understand that the importance of recognizing her triggers and also leaning on her support network. Opening her eyes, she reached for her phone and tapped out a message to Sarah. Feeling anxious, presentation on today. Can we talk later? Her phone buzzed with a quick, reassuring reply. You've got this. Let's chat anytime. Remember, you are never alone. This simple exchange illuminated the progress Emily had made. Only months ago, she might have faced this anxiety isolated, spiraling deeper into fear, but she had learned, evolved, and also embrace steps that helped her cope. Deep breathing, reaching out to friends, and focusing on what she could control. As Emily put down her phone, she reflected on the journey that had brought her here. It hadn't been easy. She recalled a time when anxiety had been an even more formidable adversary, when she had dreaded social interactions and shared away from challenges. Repeatedly, she had found herself overwhelmed, unable to articulate her needs or even find the comfort she sought. There was a period when her nights were sleepless, plagued with restless thoughts, and her days were marred by a constant undercurrent of worry. Therapy had been a turning point, a safe space where she could untangle her thoughts and confront her anxieties. Her therapist, a kind and patient listener, had introduced her to the foundation of cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness. So through therapy, Emily discovered the strength that lay in self-awareness and the power of tiny victories over her fears. Now, as she dressed for work, she practiced another skill she had learned, that is positive visualization. She envisioned herself standing confidently in front of her colleagues, delivering her presentation with poise and clarity. She pictured the notes of understanding, the interest in her ideas, the relief she had finished. The mental imaginary painted a path towards success, which gave her a sense of control. With a slightly steadier heart, she headed to the office. On her way, she listened to an inspiring podcast about resilience, absorbing stories of others who had faced similar battles and overcoming them. Their triumphs fortified her resolve. She wasn't alone, and she was capable of handling this challenge. So as the time for her presentation drew near, Emily retreated momentarily to a quiet corner, taking a few more conscious breaths. She glanced at the sticky notes she had placed in her notebook that read, "Breathe, believe, begin." Simple words that anchored her to the present. When she stood in front of her colleagues, her heart pounded like a drum, echoing in her ears. But this time, it was different. She clung to her breath, her preparation, and the certainty that she was equipped for this moment. She clicked into her first slide and began to speak. Her voice was steady, her message clear. She noticed the attentive gaze of her audience and felt the flow of her practiced words. And slowly, the initial rush of nerves settled into a quiet focus. Upon finishing, the room erupted in applause. Her efforts met with approval and admiration. Her boss offered a subtle note of acknowledgement, a testament of her hard work and perseverance. It wasn't perfect, but it didn't need to be. She had done it, and that accomplishment carried a profound meaning. As she exited the office, Emily felt a tangible lightness. Each step she took was a stride away from the grip of anxiety. The day had reaffirmed that she could confront her fears and emerge more resilient each time. Her journey underscores an essential truth. Every step forward begins with a single breath. Wherever you are, remember that you are truly not alone. There are tools and people eager to help you navigate through your storm. If Emily's journey resonates with you, consider subscribing for more stories of resilience and hope. We all have moments worth sharing. So in summary, Emily's journey serves as a powerful reminder of the strength found in connection, self-awareness, and the use of practical coping strategies in overcoming anxiety. By embracing these tools and recognizing her growth, she transformed her fears into victories, continually proving she was never alone in her battle. So before you leave, I have a question for all of you. What's one small step you take when facing anxiety or stress that others might find helpful? Please share all your tips in the comments below. Remember, this channel is a community and you belong here. So feel free to reach out with any questions or to share what's going on your mind. Take care and God bless.